Alright, so for those of y'all that don't know who I am, my name is Ravix or RavixCod, and I'm here to show you guys my settings. And before I get into it, I want to kind of go over a little bit about what credibility I have to be posting a settings video in the first place. Because I know I wouldn't want to get my settings from somebody who has no placements in the game, is just a random rank kid or something like that. And I mean that in no disrespectful way, but respectfully, I wouldn't want to get my settings from somebody that I don't know either. I kind of want to go over what credibility I have to be even posting a settings video in the first place. For those of you that don't know me, I was a U18er this whole entire season, except for in May, I turned 18. And then when I turned 18, I placed top 64 in my first online cup 2 days after turning 18. And then a week after that, I played in Atlanta at Major 3, and I placed top 48 at my first major, with my best series being a 1.3 KD. And overall, throughout 4 series, I had a 1.1 KD overall at LAN. So I can do it on LAN too, it's not just online. But regardless of that, the next online cup, I ended up placing top 32, and then after placing top 32 in that online cup, I went on to my first local. And for those of you that don't know what a local is, it's basically a LAN that is not hosted by the CDL, so it's a local that's hosted by a kind of like organization or something. And I flew all the way out to Tennessee from Florida to go to this local, and there was 21 teams, and there was a lot of competition there. Some of you guys might know the name Jay Lito. That is actually who we ended up playing against in winners finals, which I had my worst series in winners finals, but that's besides the point. I didn't have my best overall performance at the locals, to be honest, but we did end up placing third for my first local out of 21 teams. And considering the competition that was there, I'm not mad at it at all. Considering I turned 18 last month, and those are my accomplishments already, as you can see, what I'm trying to say is I'm not just some random ranked kid. I know I'm not the best player in the world. I'm not even a top challengers player, which I hope to be next season and next COD, which hopefully you guys will see the journey. But anyways, I'm not even one of the best players in the world, but I do play the game just as much as those top players. I play the game 8 hours a day minimum since it has came out, and the only time I didn't play the game was when I was in Dallas for Major 1, and I still did end up playing at the 1v1 Scuff booth on LAN in Dallas, Texas. But other than that, those are only like 2 days I didn't play the game. I play the game a lot. I'm a chud, I'll be honest. I'm not afraid to admit it. I do know all the ins and outs. I know everything that's going on. I know the best classes. I know what you need to be using. So let me go ahead and show you guys. And also, before I get into this, I am trying to be more active on YouTube. So let me know down in the comments what else you guys want to see. Alright, so getting into it, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys my controller first. This is my DualSense Edge. I have the Dome left stick here because I like it more for movement. It feels better, to be honest. I don't have TMRs. It is just a regular DualSense Edge. I do not use paddles or back buttons, as you can see here. Other than that, it's just a regular DualSense Edge. It's not plugged in right now. But this is my controller, and this is how I hold my controller, right? Because I don't use back buttons, so I claw like this, just regular claw. And as you can see here, I run stick and move flip, so that means I jump with my right stick and I melee with X. Those are the only differences with stick and move. And the flipped part means I shoot with my I shoot with my bumpers, and I nade and tack with my triggers. Going on my sensitivity, I run 1.8 currently. I've been on 1.8 since about like the past month. I'm pretty sure I ran 1.8 at the major. Might have been on 1.7, but I stick to around 1.6 through 1.8. As you can see here, this is what I was talking about earlier. This is the flipped part. Swap LB/RB with LT/RT. Control vibration off, of course. My dead zones are going to look really weird at first. My left stick minimum is 50 and my left stick max is 99. Now, I know this looks really weird, and this kind of takes away from everything I said earlier about knowing the game. Now, I don't know when I decided to put my left stick minimum on 50. I have no clue. But it feels good to me, and for some reason, every time I've tried to go back to 1 minimum, it's felt so weird. So I've just kept it on it. Personally, I wouldn't copy this. If I were you, make sure that left stick minimum is on 1. Left stick max is on like 75, 50, something like that. Now, these are normal. My right stick minimum is 2. Right stick max is 99. The highest I went for my right stick minimum is 4, and the lowest I went is 1. I like 1, and I also like 2. I stay between there, like I said, 1 through 4. Aiming sensitivity multiplier, all these are 1.0 for me. It just has felt good since the game came out. Target aim assist. Aiming advanced settings, I run instant assist, dynamic, and this is 1.0, of course. At one point, I don't know if it is in here, but I did run 1.10 aim multiplier, aim sense multiplier. I wouldn't run that if I were you. If I were you, I would go 0.9 instead of going up. You're not actually supposed to go up. You're supposed to go down, if anything. But I don't know what I was on. If I were you, I would not run linear. I just don't recommend it. But some people do actually prefer linear. You kind of feel less aim assist, but your aim feels more true to like what your actual thumb is doing, if that makes sense. Your aim will definitely be more snappy, but to me, I think your aim will be less consistent and kind of less sticky. So I wouldn't personally recommend it, but of course you can try it. Movement. I run tack, sprint, assist. All this. I do run corner slice. It is completely preference. It doesn't actually give you an advantage or anything. Hybrid, of course, this is a big setting. Make sure you are not on tap to slide. Make sure you are on hybrid. There's a slight input delay if you are on tap to slide. All this is normal. Going on to combat, I don't really know what is important here, but if you want to copy this, you can. Now, this is a secret setting that I actually did not know about. I found this out from Abe. Shout out Abe. Dedicated melee weapon activation. So this whole entire time, until about a month or two ago, I've been holding X to melee, or whatever button you use to pull out your melee. I've been holding that button down. I didn't know that you could just change it to press, and you only had to press it once instead of holding the button down to pull out your knife. This is a huge setting for me. I personally love this setting. Some people might not like it. You might press your melee button a lot on accident, but personally, I love it, and I didn't even know about this setting. For my field of view, I am currently running 107. I ran 103 at the start of the year, pretty much half the year, and then the other half of the year I switched to 107, and I love it personally. Some people might not like it. 107 is kind of high. Some top challengers players do run it. It's not a horrible setting. It's all preference when it comes to FOV. It's preference between like 100 to like 107. I wouldn't go anywhere under 100 or anywhere over 107. Field of view, wide, of course. All these is normal. Make sure that your first person camera movement is on least 50%. Color customization, in case anybody wants to copy this. I don't run custom colors. I personally just like try to know however the fuck you say that. Gameplay HUD. This is a big setting. Make sure your HUD bounce is all the way in and like kind of collapsed in. You don't want to have this all the way out. Make sure your radar is turned off so your minimap is a square instead of the circle, because you get to see more of the minimap. I have my crosshair lines turned off. I don't know if it's normal to have them turned off or not, but I personally have had them off since day one of BO7, so. All this, just preference. But that is it for my settings video, and I hope this helps you guys go fry in ranked, go shoot some bots, go do whatever you want, see if these settings feel good, and let me know down in the comments if they do, and if this video helped you out. And again, let me know what you guys want to see down in the comments below for my next video.